Hey, I've got a quick question for you. Have you ever heard of the Reef Fanning Flip-Flop? There's a pretty amazing lesson behind what became the nation's number one flip-flop. Now, let's have ourselves a pocket sized pep talk, and I'll not only tell you why, but how the lesson learned here can apply to you or your business.
A Pocket Sized Pep Talk, the podcast that can help energize your business and your life with a quick, inspiring message. Now, here's your host, Rob Jollis.
Wasn't that long ago I went hunting for a flip-flop sandal, and a podcast appeared out of thin air. Now, don't think for a second you're entering into a fluff piece, because through this harmless search, you'll find a critical business lesson. Let me bring you up to speed with the particulars. And we start at Zappos, the number one website retailer for shoe sales with over $1 billion gross in sales. If you want to see what's selling, you'll find it there. If you are the number one retailer, you carry a lot of flip-flops. Now, rather than sift through the 726 different flip-flops they carry, I decided to use one of my favorite filters, most popular. That's when I came face to face with the number one Reef Fanning Flip-Flop. As a matter of fact, with multiple colors to choose from, it was actually holding down the number 1, 2, 3, and 4 positions. Now, thinking this must be some flip-flop, I decided to find out where they are sold and investigate. My search took me to REI, where I got to see these magic flip-flops in person. The clerk came over and I asked him what he thought of these Reef Fanning flip-flops. He walked by gushing. That's our number one selling sandal. We can't keep them in stock. Of course, the real question I wanted answered was, why? So I took matters into my own hand, literally, and I began to read the small label attached. Was it the comfortable, water-friendly synthetic nubuck upper? No, I'm pretty sure I've seen a few of those. Maybe it was the contoured compression molded EVA footbed with anatomical arch support. No. If you've seen one anatomical arch support, you've seen them all. No. Rubber outsole. I don't think the product would sell without one of those. I tried it on. Nothing special. I was stumped, so I snagged the salesperson again and amped up my question with an exasperated, I don't get it. This flip-flop feels like all the others, looks like all the others, costs more, and you can't keep them on the shelves. Why? He smiled, turned the flip-flop over and said, you might be right, but none of the flip-flops or sandals have one of these. It took a second to register, and then I realized what I was looking at. In the middle of the sole sits a church key to open your soda bottle. That's right. The secret to the Reef Fanning Flip-Flop, which is dominating the top floor spots in sales and is priced higher than over 500 of its competitors, is that it has a bottle opener in its sole. But that bottle opener that's a flip-flop teaches us something else that's really important. You can't be everything to everyone, but you can create your own niche. I'd venture to guess if you investigate the number one anything, you'd see a unique and well-defined niche. A car's a car, but what do you think when you think of Volvo? Safety. As a matter of fact, if you go looking for a Volvo, don't be surprised if you see some toys sitting in the corner of the showroom for the kids. Don't be surprised if you don't find toys on the showroom floor at Porsche, but you'll probably see some driving gloves. They have a different niche. Nordstrom has its niche, feet on the floor, no risk purchasing. Kmart has its niche too. Find it yourself, wait in lines, low pricing. What's your niche? I've worked helping various companies develop sales strategies for over 25 years, and that's always my first question. You would be shocked at how many Fortune 500 companies struggle with this question. This niche is far more important than you might think. Positioned properly, it's this niche that usually provides the impetus to create change. It's this niche that often provides the reason a client will pay more than the product they have been using for so long. It's this niche that often provides the reason a client will pay more than the product they have been used to using. Who knows how often a happy owner of the magic Reef Fanning Flip-Flop with its secret hip-hop soul pop top, I came up with that one, will actually use the bottle opener. That's not the lesson here. The lesson here is to figure out what your niche is. And if you can't come up with one, think harder, because every sales and marketing move begins right here. It might just be the most important business question you ever answer.
Thanks so much for listening. If you enjoyed today's show, please rate and recommend it on iTunes, Outcast, or wherever you get your podcasts. You can also get more information on this show and Rob at jollis.com.